Hi everybody. So I wanted to go through and explain a little bit about why it is that we believe that Christ is Christ. When we look at the Old Testament, the Jewish people knew the Old Testament. That is the scripture that was celebrated in their temple. They read from the Psalms daily. They knew the Old Testament, and that is very important for us to understand because we don't always reverence the Old Testament the way that we should. Now, the Old Testament, it consists of a series of covenants that God makes with people. And the reason that these are important is because we see God extending his love down to people wanting so badly to be in this bond with God, but we continue to mess it up. Adam messes up by eating the fruit that he's not supposed to eat. And then we have Noah who they have a covenant together, but he ends up getting drunk and breaking his covenant with God. We have the covenant with Moses and Abraham and David. And something very important to note about Abraham and David is that within their covenants with God, we are told that the Messiah, the one that will reign forever, is going to be a direct descendant of their lineage. Now, when we move on to the book of Daniel, the book of Daniel is a really amazing book. It's the book of this young Jewish man who's taken into slavery by King Nebuchadnezzar. He actually operates as a dream interpreter for the king, and he's able to interpret dreams when nobody else can. One of the things that we get that's extremely important is a dream that occurs in the book of Daniel that tells us that certain kingdoms have to rise and fall, and then during the fourth kingdom being the Roman kingdom, the one like a son of man will come and reign forever. Now, this was something that people knew. The Jewish people knew this prophecy, and this is one of the reasons why Herod reacted the way he did during the Nativity, when he set off to find Jesus and kill him, which ultimately he obviously wasn't able to find him, but that's what ended up with the slaughter of the babies in Bethlehem, because Herod was seeking this baby and trying to cut him off before he was able to grow in power. Now, the book of Daniel also gives us a series of dates. The dates end up telling us that in 490 years, this one who will reign forever, this one like a son of man, will come into power. And at the time that this would have been occurring, it was 457 BC. 490 years later is when the one like a son of man would reign. And if we do the math on that, if we count down from the 457 and then count up at the turn of the century, it brings us to Christ and his crucifixion and resurrection. So these dates were pivotal because this is why Herod was reacting the way he was reacting. Also, it is the reason why the Jewish people said, yes, like he really is the one like a son of man. And the New Testament refers to Christ as one like a son of man over 80 times. It is them the New Testament is pointing us back to the Old Testament. Now, in the next video, I would like to go through and explain what occurs with the Last Supper in relation to the book of Exodus. Because again, as Catholics, although we are a descendant from Jews, we don't understand scripture in the same respect that the Jewish people did. And we need to, if we're going to fully grasp the new covenant that Christ makes during the Last Supper and during his crucifixion and resurrection. So stay tuned for more videos in the following weeks, and happy Lent.